Today on Groover and Angry's Most Wanted.
Bum, bum, bum.
Cold Case Edition.
We got a letter from John Carter 104. It goes something like this. Dear Angry and Groover, this is a very much troubling case to deal with for me, working on the Boston Police Department. Really? He works for Boston PD?
Maybe.
Huh. Well, before we even go any further with the letter, thank you for risking your life on a daily basis to protect the citizens of Boston. Anyway, it's the beginning of summer and brings promise and high spirits. But it was after a summer solstice celebration 14 years ago that one young woman was brutally slain. Karina Holmer, an au pair from Sweden, was visiting nightclubs in Boston with friends. Not long after, part of her torso was found in a Boston dumpster.
Ew.
Today, her crime remains unsolved, and a very cunning killer could still be at large. Messed up. It was a Friday night, and Holmer, 20, who had lived in the United States for only 3 months, walked down a Boston alley for a night of drinking at a club called Zanzibar. Wait a second. She's 20, and she's drinking at a club.
Yeah.
Does something seem wrong with this picture so far?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
We'll get into that.
Continuing. She was last seen not far from the club on the corner of Tremont and Boylston Streets about 3 a.m. Later, a horrible discovery. The upper half of Holmer's body was discovered in a dumpster and trash bags. Once a case goes cold, it can be frozen rather quickly, said Jamie Fox, not the same one who was in the movie Ray, a criminologist and professor at Northeastern University. Fox said the police had little to go on, since Karina's remains were not found at the crime scene. The usual forensic strategies of investigating a crime scene can't happen here because it was a dump site, not a crime scene, said Fox. The case was made more difficult because the killer went to great lengths to cover his tracks. Or hers. You don't know if it's a his or a her. Come on. Anyway, the perpetrator made great efforts to avoid any detection, said Fox.
Including closing the email.
By cutting her in half and disposing of the top half of her body, who knows where the bottom was.
It's kind of gross.
Yeah. It was not so much the thrill of mutilation as it was the need to hide the evidence. His words, not mine. Bullshit! In a statement to News Center 5, the Boston Police Department said they continue to actively investigate and frequently re-examine the evidence. But the evidence was scant, not much more than a partial fingerprint in a garbage bag, and the killer was likely a stranger. Stranger. Yeah, that's messed up. Most chilling, whoever committed the brutal crime may still be free. And, said Fox, it's quite possible Karina Holmer was not his only victim. You think? What is fairly clear is that this man was comfortable with murder and dealing with a dead body afterward. It is quite possible he did it before. The Boston police said they are still hopeful that someone will come forward and they will aggressively pursue any new leads. The 3 suspects looked... Oh, are you dancing? Okay. The 3 suspects being looked into this first is Rafi Kodikian, who was convicted in 1999 for murder of his best friend in New Mexico. Second is Eugene McCollum, who was convicted in 2005 for the murder of an unidentified prostitute of Chelsea. And Jackie Layden of East Boston, And the third person I believed is Clark Rockefeller, a.k.a. Christian Gerhardt Reiter, who is under investigation in the 1985 disappearance and possible murder of Jonathan Sohouse, a California man. Anyone with information is encouraged to contact the Boston Police Homicide Unit, but on the other hand, it is a very fucking frustrating case to solve, I believe. This young woman deserves justice, and her family deserves closure. John Carter, 104.
First off, I would like to say, girls, use discretion.
Please.
And obey the law, And if you're a club owner or a bartender at a club, you're not doing anybody a favor by helping them engage in underage drinking. It doesn't make you less cool to stop them. You might actually be saving a life. Who knows if this girl was even in her right mind at the time this all happened. Or if she was so plastered she didn't know the difference.
Yeah. And before you go out and say, yeah, but if she was 25, she still could have been drunk. True. But somebody who's younger in drinking is a lot less likely to be able to hold his or her alcohol and make rational decisions, or to have people with him or her to stop them from making bad choices.
That is affirmative. With all that said, this bastard who killed her deserves to rot in hell.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how they went about identifying their possible suspects. Like, one person from New Mexico and whatever from California they killed in Boston.
Yeah, I mean, whoever it is, it's been this long. I hope that he or she is brought to justice. You never know who it's going to wind up being, but...
And other people out there, don't let your friend who's been living in an area for such a short time go home by themselves when they're drunk. Please.
Yeah, I mean, who knows if we should go home consensually with this person? Was this person just looking extremely vulnerable and kind of just stumbling around by herself? Which is, just makes no sense to me that her friends would let her kind of stumble around like that by herself anyway. I mean, how do you lose track of a friend? But my sincere condolences to her family, her loved ones. Damn.
So if anybody out there knows anything about this au pair or anything about this murder, please contact the Boston Police Department ASAP.
Please.